Hi, I'm Andrew with Cerakote. Today, I want to discuss how you get the same gloss levels when spraying multiple parts on a single substrate or multiple substrates. I'll also cover the added benefit of customizing your gloss levels to have a more matte or satin finish. Getting consistent levels on parts regardless of whether you are doing a single part or production runs will ensure each part you apply Cerakote to will look its best. You might have noticed when spraying parts that the coating might look slightly different from time to time. If you've had this happen, I'll show you how to implement some standard procedures to ensure your parts look the same no matter what parts you spray to lock in gloss consistency. The standard gloss procedure is specifically for parts that are made out of the same material. First, mix your coating at your desired ratio. As a reminder, the standard mixing ratio is 18:1. Once you spray your parts, set a timer for 15 minutes. This allows the solvent to ambiently flash off your parts. We recommend that your parts ambiently flash for a minimum of 15 minutes, but no longer than 2 hours. Inspect your parts and ensure that the solvent has flashed off. You can now fully cure your parts in a preheated oven according to the recommended cure schedule. Here's our standard gloss procedure for projects that have multiple substrates. For example, a pistol can have a frame made out of polymer and the slide is made of steel. You will want to use this method on any item that is made out of different substrates. This will ensure you get the same great look on each part. The procedure has one additional step, but let's review the entire process. First, mix your coating at your desired ratio. As a reminder, the standard mixing ratio is 18:1. Once you spray your parts, set a timer for 15 minutes. This allows the solvent to ambiently flash off your parts. We recommend that your parts ambiently flash for a minimum of 15 minutes, but no longer than 2 hours. Inspect your parts and ensure that the solvent has flashed off. Oven temperature can affect gloss levels, so here are the steps you want to follow. Flash cure your parts in a preheated oven. The gloss levels will be locked in during the flash cure. Flash curing is usually done between 150 degrees and 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 30 minutes. The temperature and flash cure time depends on the substrate and part density. Most flash curing is done at 180 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. After your flash cure, inspect your parts. Do this by visually inspecting each part to see if it still appears wet. If the coating appears dry, touch the part on a non-show surface and ensure that the part is tack-free. If the coating appears wet or isn't tack-free, set a timer for 3 minutes and repeat this until it's tack-free. Now that your parts are tack-free, you want to cure each part at the highest temperature possible for each substrate. Separate all parts according to substrate. For example, all metal parts stay together and all plastic parts stay together. Finally, cure each part by substrate at the highest cure temperature possible according to our recommended cure schedule. As a reminder, follow this procedure each time you have any parts with multiple substrates. You will lock in your gloss during the flash cure and your parts will match. There are a few ways to customize gloss levels, but our recommended method is simply adjusting your catalyst mixing ratio. Use your Cerakote swatches to see what the color and gloss look like based on your standard gloss levels. You can find more information about each Elite and H-Series gloss levels on the technical data sheet on our website at cerakote.com. Gloss units on our technical data sheet are measured at a 60-degree angle, 18:1 catalyst ratio, 1 to 2 mil dry film thickness, and a 15-minute ambient flash after application and before going into a preheated oven with a 250-degree cure for 2 hours. Now that you know what the standard gloss units for each color are, there is a simple way to customize your gloss. If you want a higher gloss level, you will decrease your mixing ratio to 12:1. Or if you prefer a less glossy look, you will increase your mixing ratio to 24:1. It's really that simple. Try to implement our standard procedures on your parts and feel free to customize your gloss levels. Contact us with questions or if you need any more tips. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.